I just saw this YouTube thumbnail that it was like Neil deGrasse Tyson, and it was like, why AI is fake. Which I assume, I didn't watch the video, I assume he's saying like it's not conscious, it's not like really doing thinking. It's like, yeah, that's what the artificial means. It means it's not really thinking. It's like Neil deGrasse Tyson like plays with silly putty. He's like, this is not a naturally occurring substance. It's like, yeah, no shit, it was made in a factory. It was made from mouse guts. You ever notice all the silly putty factories were always adjacent to a mouse factory? It's not a coincidence. If you don't want to understand the silly putty supply chain, then don't listen to the next 20 minutes of this podcast, because that's all I'm going to be talking about. Neil deGrasse Tyson, every single day, he debunks a new Garfield strip. He takes you panel by panel, he breaks down why everything happening in Garfield is scientifically impossible. He always starts with the first one, which is, A, a cat can't think, just like AI. That's what AGI stands for, Artificial Garfield Intelligence. That's the thing, is like, Neil deGrasse Tyson knows about like astrophysics. I mean, he's not really any more well-equipped to argue about anything else than you or I are. You or I are, is that how you say that? Well, I'd ask anybody but an astrophysicist. It's one of the problems I have with like the whole, when it comes to religion, when these guys talk about religion, or not even religion, but just the existence of God. A lot of their arguments kind of turn out to be like kind of just stupid. I mean, it's just like, well, there's no scientific evidence of God. It's like, well, yeah, obviously. You're also not going to find scientific proof of God. It wouldn't make any sense. It's like saying, why can't we use horticulture to figure out if Germany exists? That's more of like a geographer's job, or a historian or something. And the thing is, horticulture can be used to learn things about Germany. Like, we can study the plants in Germany. But there's no formalized methodological principle in horticulture studies that ends with, oh, here's definitive proof of Germany's existence. Why would there be? There's other better anti-God arguments than saying, oh, science didn't find the guy. So pack it up, boys. Don't bother trying to prove it. You gotta live it. Why am I not taking my own advice in this regard? I feel like Hippocrates over here. Is Hippocrate based off Hippocrates, or does he just have the oath? Alright, I was gonna look up something about Hippocrates, but I got distracted by a Guardian article. It says film posters for The Mummy banned from public display in the UK, and it has a realistic impression of a dead child. The text said some things are meant to stay buried. Yeah, like this franchise. They're like, oh, well, this one has dead kids in it. It's like, now I'm interested. Okay, anyway, Hippocrates. And is he based off of the hippo? I get a lot of questions. No connection. The Hippocratic Oath is named for Hippocrates, whose name means quite literally horsepower in ancient Greek. You check out these new F-350s they got coming out. You touch that hood, you think, man, I don't know how they fit so many Hippocrates in here. Hypocrite, on the other hand, comes from ancient Greek, translating literally to someone who answers, or stage actor. Are they saying all actors are hypocrites? Because it's like, oh, you pretended to be somebody, but I saw you behind the curtain and you were just some guy named Jeff. You're a fake actor. I mean, you can't be a fake actor. Just like you can't be fake artificial intelligence. Alexa, turn the window lights off. Sorry, I was having a private conversation with an associate. Well, there's a lot of stuff in ancient Greek that doesn't seem to translate literally, so maybe we should just give up. There's like footnotes in Plato's Republic where they're like, look, It can mean whatever you want it to mean. Just ignore this part. Just keep reading. I don't know. I don't know what I'm scared. I'm really sorry I failed you. It's a weird copy. I don't know. I don't remember where I got it. What exactly is the Hippocratic Oath? If I say it out loud, does that mean I'm taking it and now I'm bound by... Because there are definitely... I'm not saying I want to do harm, but I'm not, like, closing the door to any future opportunity, you know? I want to leave my options open. Oh, they have it at the National Institutes of Health. It's, I swear by Apollo, physician, and Asclepius, and Hygeia, and Panacea, and all the gods and goddesses, making them my witnesses, that I will fulfill. Okay, we're already swearing our souls to deities we've never heard of. I'm skipping this part. To hold the one who has taught me this art as equal to my parents, and to live my life in partnership with him, and if he is in need of money, to give him some of mine, and to regard his offspring as equal to my brothers in a male lineage, and to teach them this art, if they're interested, without fee and covenant. If your brother's like, can I get a free medical education from you? You have to do it. I will neither give a deadly drug to anybody who asked for it. Wait a second. Doctors are not following this at all. This stuff is happening all the time. I will not give a woman an abortive remedy. Oh, it says the Hippocratic Oath is not a list of rules. And it's not a list of potentially agreed upon action items. I don't really understand what you mean by it's not a contract. It literally starts with I swear by. It sounds pretty binding to me. I think if you're a doctor and you don't do this stuff, you're going to ancient Greek hell. Hades. I'm so glad they got rid of that. I'm so glad they have new hells now. Because they invented so many new sins since then. Now you guys, like, leave people on red. Yeah, that's a sin. The longer you leave them on red, the more you're sinning. If you cut someone off in traffic, there's a completely separate hell for that. It's just an infinite grid layout where people have to drive in cars, and they're all cutting each other off all the time, but they're also getting cut off. They're like, this sucks. It sucks when everyone's like this. The Greeks were not the only ones concerned about dual natures. Moses' staff could both part the waters of the Red Sea and make water spring forth from rock. By the way, this is in a peer-reviewed medical journal. The second witness to the Hippocratic Oath is Apollo's son. Oh, so this is just made up. Okay, never mind. I'll just close this. Never mind. So what else is going on? Food news. What's the latest food news? Have they invented any new food yet? When's the last time they, like, just completely invented a new food? Avocado on toast? I don't know, but I don't feel like people were doing avocado on toast that long ago. Try to picture somebody at 9/11, like it's lunchtime. Was anybody on September 11th, 2001 ordering avocado on toast? I seriously doubt it. I have to say I did have avocado on toast for the first time in London, and I was like, actually, it's pretty good. Like, you got the crunch, you got the smush, the duality of man. If you ever spent time around men, you know that's what we're all about. A little bit of squish and a little bit of crunch. And I'd go into detail, but I don't want to alienate any of our female listeners. Anyway, if you felt a tingling anywhere, or, a certain feeling in your knees, that may have something to do with the fact that Slurp Von Lipstick, the host of Time Check, has just arrived, and Time Check is about to get underway. He said that's due to a medical condition, and he's getting it looked into. He's like, yeah, my electromagnetic field is more active than most. It's more volatile. Sometimes lights go out around me, and magnets stick to my penis. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, I think he's just making up a reason for why there was a magnet on his penis. Folks, give it up for the host of Time Check, Slurp Von Lipstick. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. I'm sorry. I am a little bit late. This time check, the theme was, it was supposed to be, a Caveman Times theme time check. Because, you know, we always do a theme every time check. So the theme was going to be Caveman Times, but I don't feel like doing it anymore. But we paid for the sound effects and everything, so... Cue this caveman ambience. I'm not gonna do the whole caveman act that I had rehearsed. I was actually rehearsing it in the street and I was arrested. But I was also dressed like a caveman. I had no clothes on. All to prepare for this, but now I don't even give a shit. As everyone knows, I had butt surgery. I got the, I just had the cheeks swapped. I did a cheek swap, so right is left, left is right. And there is a but to this. It was way more expensive than I thought, because they charged per cheek. I thought, oh, that was the whole ass. They're like, no, the ass is two different things. It's like jeans, like, there's two legs. And I'm like, yeah, but jeans, you don't charge people for both legs of jeans. And then they just put something in my arm and I went to a white space and I saw my grandfather. So, I got a great ass. But pretty much everything else is worse, so... This week's time... Hold on a second, I'm getting a phone call on the timeline. Oh, this is my butt doctor. Why is he still calling me? I'm done with the butt stuff. Hello?
Hi, it's me, Dr. Demento.
Yes, this is my butt doctor. His name is Dr. Demento. No relation to the other Dr. Demento. I understand it's a family name.
Yeah, I just wanted you to know, I think there might have been a little mistake during the operation. But there was a mix-up with the scheduling, and basically what happened is, we did switch your ass cheeks, but then we thought you were an inpatient, so then we switched them again. So, it's just the original configuration.
Wait, you're telling me this whole week I've been walking around thinking I have a brand new ass? I have a placebo ass, is what you're telling me. Can I sue you for medical malpractice?
Well, that's the first time anyone's ever asked me. They usually just do it. Maybe really what you should learn is, like, it's about confidence and, like, inner self-image as opposed to, you know, the image that you put out for others. Maybe you should just show people your real ass.
Alright, well, while you're here, can I tell you what time it is?
Why would you do that?
Because it's my job. Some of us have real jobs, Dr. Demento. It's 10:51 p.m.
Oh, shit, I gotta go to sleep. I got a 6 a.m. surgery.
What's the surgery?
I met a guy who said he wants his brain and his balls to be exactly the same size.
Meaning?
He didn't specify. I gotta figure it out.
I would think it would go balls the size of a brain, not the other way around.
Oh, see, I was taking a totally different tack on that.
Well, maybe you should ask him.
He's already unconscious. He has to be unconscious for 7 days leading up to the surgery. You know that.
Yeah, that's true. That was a weird requirement.
It's for legal reasons.
I can't imagine how. Thanks, Dr. Demento. You'll be hearing from my attorneys.
Yeah, I hear from them all the time. They have it out for me just because I'm willing to go places in the medical field where no one else is brave enough to go because of work. I'll put 3 arms on you. I don't give a fuck. I'll give you 4 arms. I'll turn you into a truck. Do I sound like I give a shit?
Alright, thanks a lot, Dr. Demento. By the way, I've heard about people who got the truck surgery, and it turns out you're just leasing, like, the truck part of your body. They take it back after a few years. Anyway, I've been Slurp on lipstick, and regardless of who you were, this has been Time Check. Thank you so much. Give a big round of applause for Time Check. Man, that's one that's it's gonna go down in the annals of history. It's definitely gonna be going into some kind of big receptacle. On Saturday, I went to a kid's birthday party, and later on we went to an Italian festival. Then we went to the loudest bar in America. They don't brand it as that, But I knew as soon as I walked in, I turned to my girlfriend, I'm like, this is the loudest bar in America. Basically, what I just listed is a list of progressively louder environments. And it's funny because we were planning to stand directly next to a jet engine after that, but we were too tired to do that, so we didn't complete the quadfecta. What's the thing after a trifecta? I feel like I know this. Quadfecta. It is called a quadfecta. That's stupid. I feel like after 3 you have to like do something totally different. You know what I mean? Like when the Arabs, can you say that? When the Arabs got to 9, after 9, the game changes completely. As you're learning the numbers, you get to 9, you think you're safe. They're like, it's just always gonna be 1 digit. Think again, motherfucker, because welcome to 10. Has anyone ever talked about numbers like this? Has anyone ever really just been honest about the numbers and how they're not good? We should redo them. I don't know. Just talking about this shit, it makes me so mad. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the Google is still the largest care-aboutable number. But if it's not, well, let me double check this. Or let me just check it one time. Double checking doesn't mean you just make something up and then look it up. This guy says it's tree parentheses 3Q. It might be the largest number we have a name for. It's considerably larger than the total possible theoretical information that can actually be stored in our universe within its lifetime. How much information can the universe store? No one in these comments is giving me a number. I'm really mad. Is space-time continuous or discrete? I don't know. Just give me the number. The scary thing about the universe being continuous or discrete, that it's basically saying, is there a smallest divisible unit of space that exists, or does space just keep getting smaller infinitely? Which, if it keeps getting smaller infinitely, is kind of terrifying, because like all of the atoms that make up your body are separated by infinite space. Makes no sense. I'm telling you, whoever made this universe, too convoluted. Should have been like the Mac and PC commercials. It should have just been John Hodgman and Justin Long. That's the universe. It's simple. It's yin and yang. What else do you need? The Mac is obviously chaos because it's cool and like it fucks. The PC is order. It's like I only fuck when it's appropriate and on time. They're both fucking, so that's good for them. That's more a yang-yang situation. So it's also what I call sex, is, hey, wanna have... It's not that, this isn't that kind of podcast. This podcast is for kids. My niece's birthday party is pretty much exactly the same thing. It's the exact same people who come every time. There was a bouncy house, and I guess there was like a height limit or something. I heard somebody say something about a height limit. And I was like, what, are they gonna size me up at the entrance? Is there a bouncer in there? Is there a bouncer? Is there a bouncer? Okay, I just want to make sure. I feel like if I say the punchline 3 times, you'll eventually get it. If you think I wasn't the only adult to go in that fucking bouncy house out of this entire party of like 50 people, if you think I wasn't the only person over the age of 6 to go in there, you don't know me at all. There are times, you know, like in the kind of hierarchy of society where kids may have less liberties than adults, or it might be the other way around, but when you're in a bouncy house, that is the great equalizer. It is every man for himself in there. I don't care what your life is, when you're in a bouncy house, none of that matters anymore. It's just about survival. Also, I got her, I feel like she's at the age now, my niece, where she can engage with Where's Waldo. So I got her, I guess there's new Where's Waldo books. I thought they stopped making new ones. I've been looking for that guy for years. I don't know why. Like, it never says in the beginning of Where's Waldo, like, he's wanted for, you know, like, tax evasion or something. It's not like the first page opens with, like, January 6th of 2021 was a dark day. On that morning, a guy named Waldo woke up and said, where we go one, we go all. And now he's wanted on 7 felonies. Go find him, kids. And they're like, oh, we found him. He's in a space station somehow. So, I don't know. I could talk about politics. I could do Politics Quarter on the Purgatory Podcast, everybody's favorite segment. Yeah, it's still going on. They're still doing it. They're still doing politics, so... You know, people are getting elected, people are trying to get elected, people are trying to stay elected. Dude, the Abdul Al-Sayed primary win in Michigan, there was an article that was like, it wasn't the major win Democrats needed. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about, because even like a 2 or 3 point margin or whatever it ended up being, like the fact that it could even by like a fraction overcome all the spending on the other side, like you have to consider that like a handicap. You have to add like 5 points, given like the millions of dollars AIPAC had for Haley Stevens. I think they have a good guy in that one. I think he's like Graham Plattner, but if he didn't say like, oh, I love running over prostitutes in GTA 5 because they deserve it, or whatever the last thing was they came out with. What if they just kept digging stuff up, like even after he's like completely stepped away from politics entirely? They're just like, also he had a racist avatar in Fortnite, and everyone's like, the body's in the ground. They're like, yeah, but we paid for all this Oppo research. We thought it might take more, so we have extra. It's all about getting elected. Nothing else matters. If you see the world ending and you're a person who's like smart with money, you'd go, well, I can be pro the world ending because that's the thing that is going to happen. And by the world ending, I don't mean everybody dying. I just mean like a very different type of world. I'm saying the world as you know it. Shit's gone kaput, man. That thing ran out of gas. They're putting new stuff into it. It stinks. The world needs, it needs a checkup. It needs a little bit of a tune-up. We gotta get 4-wheel drive on this thing. I don't know what that means metaphorically. I'm just gonna keep talking until the podcast is over. What else would I do? Okay. See you next week.